People don't understand what a breakup is. A breakup is we are now free from each other. There's no rules, there's no boundaries, there's no whatever. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But you should have said that when we were dating. Now we're not dating anymore, so let me do whatever the hell I want.
I think that depending on the circumstances of the breakup, I literally have no choice. I have to fuck your friend. If you're gonna break up with me, you left me no choice.
You can't tell me about etiquette. Thing. No. When I say I'm done, I'm done. Or when you say you're done, you're done. I'll ask you one more question. I'll say, babe, are you sure? Say yeah. I say I.
Handling a breakup would require, I wouldn't say get closure because that's gonna do nothing for you except go back to that person who hurt you. I would say cut off ties completely. Like it's the only other way. Need to unfollow, block, delete, move on. Pretend, and when that number calls, pretend like you don't know it. Hello?
Breaking up with a person is hard or whatever. But at the same time also, you have to be rational. And like, a shorty's not going to just wake up out of nowhere and say, yo, I'm done with you, I want to break up. She's going to go over like months and months and thinking through it and getting over you. Maybe like some other shorties, a lot of shorties, some shorties can't live in a non-relationship route. They have to be in a relationship. So even whilst the time she's breaking up with you, she's building another nest.
When I see my ex with someone new, I react a bit. You know what I mean? Especially if it's in front of me. Like if it's happening right in front of me, I react. I get mad a bit, just a bit. You know what I mean? Because I'm a jealous ex. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a jealous ex. You know, so I could get mad and be like, yo, this is disrespectful. Don't do that in front of me because I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, people have to move on. You know, so I can't control it.
There are no rules to say, man, can you please give me my stuff back? Because, you know, there's some of her stuff back at my place and my stuff back at her place. So it was a thing of, hey, man, give me my stuff back. We just had to collect everything. But besides that, man, you keep it moving. You know, like I don't spend a lot of time moping about it.
There comes a point whereby your mates will be like, yo, bro, aren't you going to see your girlfriend? Then that's when you're going to be like, nah, bro, we kind of ended things. Do you understand? It's not something that you just like get on top of the world and be like, yo, we broke up. Nah, dog, don't do that. Don't do that.
So I do allow myself to feel emotions, cry if I need to, be angry or whatever. But I try as much as possible not to dwell on that. Sort of do things that make me happy.
I believe you first have to work on yourself and where you want to go. You got to focus on that before anyone can join you. And if someone doesn't add value to who you are, I feel like that relationship is actually killing you. You know, it's not taking you anywhere.
Because you know, when you're in a relationship, you become so lost in like that other person and their interests, and you're trying to accommodate them. So that's your time to like just focus on you.
The thing is, when you get into a breakup, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of things that are going on. And if that's misdirected, you can make a lot of mistakes. So I directed in the gym, spend 2.5, 3 hours inside there, taking out your frustrations on things that don't hit back.
This thing is very simple. Simple and plain. I don't know why people make this thing very hard. Just off.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Live. Today we're obviously with Mangi as usual, and our guest is Hulisani Ravele with an extensive CV that goes all the way back to childhood and child star and producer and actress and radio host and voiceover artist, and also now small business owner.
Yes, babes.
So just everything. But today's topic, first of all, we'd like to put a disclaimer because there are these ratchet ass little blogs out there.
And tabloids.
Anything we say is about breakups in general. So about the topic of it. It's not her relationship, his or mine. Get that out of your heads. No quoting, no fucking taking little lines from this. Thanks so much. Anyway, so
Love
guys, the first
disclaimer.
thing... it was important.
Disclaimer.
Then you're a petty ass mother bitch who doesn't watch the disclaimer.
Celebs. Y'all know yourself.
Hold your horses. Time's live and celebs. We can move on now.
Okay. Guys, so first of all, the first thing I want to ask both of you guys. The thing that popped up to me in the episode about breakups is the etiquette or the rules that follow after. So do you guys think that there's supposed to be some sort of like etiquette in terms of like when you introduce a new partner to the world, or if you're allowed to, you know, when do you unfollow somebody, or like what are the rules, or are there any, or when you break up do you just have to let go, cut ties?
Maggie can go first.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I think I've only ever been like through two sort of like semi-biggish breakups. So so my experiences are literally informed by just only two breakups, right? And the first one, actually for both of them, I haven't had like a clean cut, stop communicating vibes, because generally we've been all right. Like we haven't, you know, it wasn't like, oh my God, you were caught cheating, or oh my God, this and this and this, you know, whatever led to the breakup.
It was cordial.
Yeah, relatively cordial.
Yeah.
You know, and so for me, I don't have like clear like these are the rules for me specifically. I think I tend to maybe like sort of, because I'm still relatively attached to, you know, the peeps. So like I tend to hold. I tend to
love back episode.
No, what I mean is I also really try to like, without forcing a friendship, I really do want us to be cordial, so that when I do see you out in public, whenever, or I do see you with a new partner, we can be cool, fam. Yeah, we can be cool. One thing I do ask though is like, just let me know when you are seeing someone else.
Why?
I just want to prepare myself.
I'm also like,
I just want to prepare myself.
Is there a certain amount of time that they must let you know after, like
what if
so let's say you've been broken up for like 5 years. Must they still let you know?
No. I mean, obviously, after 5 years, we're probably not even like chatting really. But I feel like,
so there's a time frame to it.
One is like a time frame. At least if you're gonna see someone else like in the next like couple of months, just let me know. And moreover, especially if we sort of generally rolled in similar circles or circles that we know where we know each other. I'm avoiding really just being awkward. More than anything. Not that it's gonna be a fight or anything. Just because some people are just like, yo, I can't believe that this nigga is already seeing someone else, and then they like start spazzing. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. It's easier said than done.
I mean, I don't think there are rules though. I think it depends on your relationship. It depends on your situation and how the situation dissolved itself. Like it can be on the one end of extreme, and then it can be on the one end of like really cordial and things work out, and like you said, you still hang out in the same circle. So as for when you unfollow and whatnot, again fam, if you feel that seeing that person in their daily lives is going to make you feel some type of way, then that's your choice to mute, unfollow. But I don't think it has to be, hey man, if they made you mad, some people can also come from a venge for like, unfollow man, that kind of thing. But there are no rules.
See, for me, I don't have a thing where I unfollow or block or whatever because it was bad. Yeah. I just don't want to see you, because in the middle of the night there, I'm like scrolling through the photos. I just don't want that. I'll delete every photo, your number, unfollow on Twitter, whatever. I just know that for me, when it's a breakup, it must just be a breakup. This thing also being like break in, up and out, but ins, but still sometimes. But like,
what does that mean?
I just don't. I want a clean cut breakup.
No wait.
There's no love back.
You said break in, break up, break out.
This thing of like when you've broken up, but you're still inside, but you guys are still attached, but you're still.
No, but I don't want that. Genuinely, there's
clean cut breakup. Don't
for me,
don't follow me. Don't even look at me in the eyes when we see each other.
That's so cold.
At some point, I'm sure a year later, I'll be like, okay, cool, hi, how are you?
But then is that the case with all breakups, or is it if it was bad, that's the case?
No, not if it was bad. Even if it was good, I just don't want to slip back into something because we're still communicating like as if we never even broke up.
Okay.
Like if we're not friends from before, so we're not exes. What are we still doing?
To be perfectly honest, out of all my exes from high school to now, there's only one I follow. So for me, it's not even like, and it wasn't like oh my God, today I'm going to stop following them. It was just like, I don't even really see this person.
You naturally
We're not
grow
really
apart.
friends.
You naturally grow
naturally
apart.
grow apart. We don't really hang out. We don't chat or anything. Shut up, unfollow. And it was not even, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't stand seeing this person, or this person is now on Snapchat with someone else, or on Insta stories with someone else, whatever. Like, that's never really
But for
been
me,
my
it's a
issue.
self-preservation thing. If I'm going to start moving on, I need to fully
it
be
for
aware that
yourself.
you're broken up, and then do the things that are, I'm not following you, I don't have your number, I don't call you because we're broken up, and start to deal with that.
But I think Mangi raised such an important point about natural progression of things. And if you just follow the way that it's going, and if you're not seeing each other, therefore you're not talking to each other as much, then that's what happens.
Yeah.
But it's just, you naturally, it's like, I don't know, it's like a scab falling off, or a wound healing. Like literally, you can't just, one day they were skinny hair, and then wakuzuga, and then it's healed like that. So
I mean, look,
natural progression, babe. You'll be.
But I want to keep scratching it just to see it bleed
no,
again.
but not really.
I just want to be like, for
really.
me, it's like heal.
So, I mean,
And even if it's sore now, it's going to start healing, rather than just
But
being like,
you-
how you doing?
But I almost feel like that forced healing. It's not a real thing either.
It's not a healing
it's
thing,
just like
it's forced
a natural.
separation. Then the healing starts slowly, and it can take years or months. But I want the separation first.
But
before
you're
the
already,
healing.
so you're already not seeing this person. You're not talking to them.
But that's different, because what happens now?
So what happens now? Like
Wait, here's another question.
deleting pictures
if you
on
guys
Instagram.
have
What's the
mutual
point?
friends, which usually
Is the
couples,
case.
long-term couples do, how does that then work? Because you might see people. I mean, I know a friend of mine who recently has bumped into an ex, and another friend who just keeps seeing her ex at the mutual parties. Because if you're together for even longer than a year, I want to say, your friendships start to do this.
But then,
so now what?
It's knowing where your friendship stood with the other person, and everybody gets the situation that you're in. So, like, if the two of you were dating and we were a group of friends, and then you guys broke up, you've established a certain rapport with me, you've established a certain rapport with me, and once it's done, it's important to go back to those individual rapports. And if it means that I'm not going to be as close with you, I get that, and you get that. It's not a thing of like, oh, so just because I'm such a really mangy, you don't want to be my friend anymore, kind of thing. If you're all mature enough to understand the situation that you're in, you're all mature enough to also get where you stand with everybody in the friendship circle, and everybody gets, like, there's no hard feelings, and when you see each other again, hello, babes. How are you?
I actually see Mangi is a perfect example, because he happens to be mine and my current boyfriend's really good friends, but he was mine first. And I always ask him, Mangi, what are you going to do when the shit falls down? And he's always like, no, but like, I love him now too. And like, they play soccer together, which is something I'm not involved in. So their friendship has gotten way close in that regard. Now, what must happen if it's Mangi's birthday next year, say we're not together? Mangi's confused. Because
No,
he's
but
Mangi's
no, that's not true. That's not true. So I go. No, wait. I'm not confused at all. I go into any like sort of friendship agreements, knowing that actually any relationship that. So these are my friends. They may form some bonds with you, but these are my friends, and likewise with your friends, right? So I mean, I'm not gonna now like hit up by one of my ex's mates to be like, oh, yo, by the way, do you wanna grab lunch? I'm in the Rosebank area, or I'm in wherever.
Like that's what happens there.
No, come on. I mean, I'm gonna be like, yo, Dame, come through my birthday. If you're cool with Mariri coming through as well, he can come through. But you are the priority.
No, Mangi.
If she's just like, yo, I'm uncomfortable with Koto coming through, I'll be like, done.
So here's something a friend of mine told me.
What's up, Hardy boy?
Here's something a friend of mine told me, and this is because we are in a friendship group where friendships fell away, right?
Yeah.
And she's always like, my birthday is about me, and I'm going to invite the people that are close to me. And if in that situation there happens to be people that don't get along, it's not about you, it's my day. And if you choose to not come to my day because of that, then that is a reflection on our friendship between you and I. Because that means you allowed an external factor to impact what our relationship means to one another, to the extent that you chose to not come because of that.
Sure. No, 100%. I agree with that. And that's what one of our producers, Nanka, did on his birthday.
Yeah.
He told certain groupings and certain like exes and whatever. Listen, folks, we're both my friends. I'm inviting you to my birthday. You may come or may not come. It's up to you.
But
if you don't come,
this
is the situation.
Yes.
I like that. Plus, we're grown now, man.
I know. I've got a loyalty thing. I have always been really close with my friends, boyfriends, and girlfriends.
You get in there.
When they break up, I am like, call me and text me and stuff like that.
But
like,
it's been
on my
great
birthday,
knowing you.
it's been, here's a party pack. Do call. But it's my friends are my friends, and I know who my friends are. And even if I can get as close as I have, I mean, some people have dated for like 8, 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
But if the chips fall, I know where I'm going.
But it's different.
Can I say the one tricky thing? Sorry, Huli, is sometimes family, and family you can't just get rid of. You know what I mean? Like just like other people. So like sometimes when family gets attached to like your partner who then you split up with, how do you navigate around that?
No.
I mean, it's so much easier said than done.
Let them mourn, Mangi. That's the simplest
How
thing.
long? How long?
For as long
Because I'm trying to bring a new babe every time. Now you're
but also you. It's that thing where, like, this is exactly why black parents were not allowing us to just bring people home. Because this is the heartache they were trying to, save themselves from.
But they were not dating. And one, I was not married to this person. And two, you were not dating them. So why, Nila?
No, that's not fair, Maggie.
Eh?
It's like, again, the two of you dating, and I was your friend first.
This analogy is
but
super
then,
scary.
no, this analogy works for me because you're right here, so I can make it for an example. And then I grow close to them. Like, the fact that you guys break up means that there is something that I need to mourn in this situation that has now ended. As for how long that's going to take, no one can say. But the important thing is that you need to look after you in this piece. And if it means that you're not going to see me for a while because I'm just like, but Maggie, why did you break up with them? Like, Maggie, when are you guys getting back together? That means you to look after you need to cut me off for a little while. Doesn't mean, like you said, it's family. You can't say bye-bye forever kind of thing,
tricky,
But you need to look after you. Star player, fam. Star player.
Okay, so another question sort of on that is like social media now has become a big part of relationships. Some, obviously there are others who keep it off.
For some relationships, it's everything.
You know what I mean? Like Women Crush Wednesday, you didn't
and
post
some is
me
completely
when
other.
that. But anyway, so when you break up, tell us how you really feel. When you break up, like, is there supposed to be a thing where you like announce with a letter to your followers, friends?
To say this is my new person.
No, to say we have now decided to,
I saw it was the first time I actually saw that like explicitly during the people was Trevor Gumbi, who was just like,
with his
yo,
wife,
what I feel that it's completely and utterly unnecessary. I think people also like they sass. They were like, oh man, we used to see this person's partner
pictures
on their
all the
Insta
time.
or whatever, or they used to interact on with his Facebook or whatever, and we don't see that anymore. We just assume. And just then, just let sleeping dogs lie. Like, I just believe, like, yo,
it's like
clearly,
a fart,
like,
when you go boom, like the smell is strong, and then eventually it disappears, and everybody forgets that someone farted.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
interesting analogy, very interesting analogy. But I think obviously people are obviously become invested in your relationship.
Yes.
Obviously through social media and whatever. They're like, oh my god, you look so amazing together, whatever. And if that falls apart, they also, I mean, some people live vicariously through others.
So you're saying about the morning thing, even if they're just like not a random follower, but like someone who's an acquaintance of sorts, but they've been invested in #goals, #love lives here, like, they also have a mourning of sorts.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know.
But then you must mourn in your silence.
Yes.
Don't mourn in my comments.
Yes. But the point is exactly that you don't owe anyone an explanation. Anyone, even if you were married, fam. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, for me, if anything, what am I trying to achieve? If I had to put up a post to be like, oh yeah, by the way,
we're divorced.
I'm divorced now, or I'm single now, or I'm this and this now. Why? To what end?
The babies.
But the babies will come if the babies want to come.
But here's the question. Did you announce it when you came together?
Exactly.
Kind of, because then there was that first...
No, but in essence, all you were doing is, it's this whole thing of, if you want to share that you're happy, you're showing in your happiness. Your happiness can be your work, your education, your friends, your person. And you didn't make an announcement to say, here is my person. Sakalo kujola ngale date. Ngibhalele incwadi. Saya la for a first date. What. I mean, there are those couples that do
They
that.
really are.
Like, I mean, disclaimer. We're not talking about y'all. We're not talking about y'all. Because y'all owe us an explanation when you guys break up.
I've got a friend though who posted #new bay alert. I just thought that was like very tasteless. Like,
So look, now that you've
like
done that,
it's
when
too
when
much.
you're single, you must say you single alert.
No, isn't that broken up with the person and then Sninini as like hashtag
Now,
on Insta now, hashtag new bear.
But that's the thing that we got back to in the beginning is what are the rules?
What's the
like why
etiquette?
must there be why must I care about your feelings if we're broken
There
up?
are no rules, guys.
There are
Be
no rules.
happy.
If I'm
Like,
now happy, and maybe even
if
took
it
her a
makes you
while.
happy, then do it.
Exactly. Then
You
it can't
can't
that
be
bad.
worried about everybody else and what are they going to say and what are they going to think. And here's the truth of the matter: people are always going to have an opinion, whether it's good or bad. It's what it is. It's what it is. So do what makes you happy, and as long as at night when you are sleeping there next to each other, it's not a how many likes did we get? Oh, I wonder how many comments we got. Do you think they're happy that
Should
we're
we stay
together?
Yes?
Like, you know, because then it might even affect why you end up staying. Because you're like, yo, but I told my
What are these
that.
people
What
gonna
are they
think?
good? Do you know what I mean? So again, personal decision. Understand why you're doing it, and if it is for because it genuinely makes me happy, sharp. But
so now here's the question, guys. With this whole thing, we've been talking about amicable breakups or whatever, which clearly is some of our experiences or whatever. That's great. But what do you guys think about like revenge in breakups? Is that a thing? Is that like
what is that?
For me, that is so destructive for yourself more than anything. Because if you say
so like there was that girl who said like I'm gonna fuck my friend, my ex's best friend. Just to feel
more than anything, for me, for example, if we were dating and then we broke up and then you like smashed for like one of my best friends, for me, I would just like firstly I'd tell the dude, listen, like I obviously can't vibe with you.
Yeah.
Like we're done. I'm already not peeping you. So like you're not a winner in this situation.
No
you know
one's a winner.
You're not a winner, and also I think it's destructive to yourself because you're like he's hurt, whatever. But then it's just like okay. At the end of the day, when you go back home, you're like, okay, did I actually achieve anything that I really wanted to achieve?
Look, I mean, I think that the other way you can look at it is everybody talks about intention and how you must understand what your intention is when you do anything. So if your intention was you want this guy to feel bad and he doesn't feel bad, you have no control actually over what his reaction is going to be. So if you understand that no matter what your intention is, you never have a control of what the outcome is actually going to be. Make your decision from that point.
If anything, maybe then people will start shaming you, and then it's like a slippery slope because it's like, well, damn, you did this to yourself, girl.
But you did. but you knew what you were doing, girl.
I don't believe in revenge. I think it's silly. I think, like you said, it doesn't actually help because even if you see he was hurt, maybe it's for 5 minutes, and then maybe he takes revenge back, and it's just like. Slippery and stupid.
Oh, that's the thing that really helps him move on.
That
like really helps him move on.
That
like,
really
okay,
ticks the block that says, actually, I was right.
Yeah.
Again, what's your intention?
Yeah, fully. But now in terms of like returning things back and like, because there's some belongings that are expensive.
That's so funny. I was standing
belongings that are expensive.
I was standing in at Power, I think, a week and a half ago, and this was one of the topics we had on the show. Like, what's the etiquette,
Yeah.
And this guy called me on the show and he was like, no, if I bought her like a weave, like a wig, she must bring it back because she's going to be flaunting there with the hair that I bought with other guys. But on a serious note...
wigs are expensive.
Wigs are expensive,
Investment,
guys. But on a serious note, I think Fresh also asked me on WTF, do we like, so you bought a trip, what's going to happen? It's like, no. At the time that you were doing it, it was out of love. And therefore, it should remain in that love. Like,
for me, gifts you should always just keep at the person.
Yeah.
It's not nice to go back now also because I feel like you're just doing it almost like a revenge thing.
Yeah.
You probably don't need that wig, sir, because you can't return it to the shop and get your money back. So
get your wig back, brother.
What do you do with the wig other than maybe re-gift it, which is weird? Like,
Yeah.
just leave it alone. You're just doing it to hurt somebody further and kick them when they're down.
But it hurts you too.
No, but I'm talking about your personal belongings.
It hurts you too.
I'm
Like
talking about your
what?
personal belongings.
Like, as in you
so
like
like,
your jacket,
so,
brush, your
some like my things are
your
at your
wig.
crib, and some of your things are at my crib. Yeah, like okay, so it's weird now. We're not really chatting, but and I don't want you to feel some type of way about me asking for my belongings, but they belong to me.
But just bring it back.
But then just ask nicely. Or are you saying what happens when you're asking for them nicely and the other person's like, no, you can't come to my house?
They're waiting to exhale. Just
No, like I'm trying to understand what situation.
No, I mean, I'm just saying in that scenario, surely you justify it in asking for your things back.
Of course,
Okay, fully,
but
okay.
it's just it's always about tone,
Especially
as
if,
well.
but that also includes if I buy a car.
And also, don't be coming to the house to collect
That's
your
my-
stuff with
under
the new
my
girl
name.
in the
No,
front
if
seat
the
as
car's
well.
under your name. then unless I'm willing to take over the installment, because that's a different thing. If I'm saying I still like this car, and look, I know we're not together anymore, but I'm happy to take over the installment, then we can do that. We can arrange, because that's grown up stuff.
That's mature.
But if it's a case of it's mine, whatnot, no fam. I mean, I can just go to the bank and start paying the installment, and then they'll come fetch the car, kind of thing. So get what is yours back, but it's also about how do you ask for those things. You can't just be like, yeah, and this is Unfiltered. I mean, no, guys.
And also, the movies make it so ridiculous because, obviously, like I said, I've never really had the situation, but like bringing a box back with like a flower and then your underwear and your toothbrush, you know, shit that you're like, you actually didn't need to bring this back to me, so I can get another toothbrush tomorrow. Like, that's ridiculous.
Movies also over-dramatize everything. Like, it's not that dramatic. Like, honestly, you even smile and you chat and life is fine.
Yeah. I like there was a part where Mfumo was just like, I'm gonna ask you once, and then I'm gonna ask you the second time. Get a baby? Are you sure? And then
this is what Unya can train.
Then I'm just, I don't know. I just don't have it in me to just be like, okay, yes, and unless you obviously did me dirty, but I've never been in that scenario.
But I think it depends on the relationship that you had. Like, I mean, again, if Najola guys and then Dame did you wrong, I'd understand if you wanna, like, you know when you waxing and then they just take the strip off.
I've done this. If you did me wrong, because I'm out. Yeah, obviously. But I mean,
but
how
even with
often
a
does that
breakup,
happen?
because for me, it's like I don't feel like someone will do the most to break up with me, but low key want me back in some way. Like, just if there's issues that I have, tell me what they are and you want me to fix them. But I just feel personally like if you're breaking up with me and you're going to put me through that, then no, you don't get to slide back and be like, okay, cool, I'm good, I forgive you, let's start again. Like, I also just want to, and I ask you once, are you sure? You say yes, I'm like, cool, you're sure then, and then I'm sure.
Sure, Tim. Must be tough dating you, girl.
I do like that approach though.
No, because it's self-preservation. I know it's probably like, you know, I would be better if I was more vulnerable or more whatever, but like, it's just a self-preservation thing. I just know that like, if I hold on to things that are maybe only there even in my head, I'm going to spiral. Yeah. So for me, it's honestly just, maybe if I meet you at Four Ways Farmers Market a year later, we look in each other's eyes and there's just a thing and we're like,
then at that point.
And the rain pours, whatever, then maybe.
The rain pours.
But for the month afterwards, I just want to remove myself from anything to do with you because I will not heal, honestly, if there's memories all the time and your number's in my phone, I get drunk, you're the first person I'm obviously going to call.
But the important thing is that you know yourself.
Exactly.
But
you have such a clear
is it not, but
sense of
guys, is it not possible to move on and still, on the occasion, Babs?
I know.
I fully disagree.
Right?
I'm asking.
So the answer is
wait, your question is it possible?
Is it not possible? So I'm working on myself.
I think you need to move on.
So your answer is it humanly possible? Yes. Is it advisable? No.
I think Babsy can happen once you've really both moved on.
No, then you haven't.
Because no, just a physical, like, I don't want to fight you.
Guys,
like, I'm not concerned. I'm not really concerned about who else you're sleeping with or whatever.
You don't watch the movies when they say, oh, people want to come and say no strings attached. It's just no feelings, whatnot. Somebody always catches
No, because
feelings.
you know my body. And I don't
and like I say, I'm too lazy to go try and look for a new partner.
No,
you know what I mean? Or go to Summit.
Why are you fucking at Summit?
That's what.
No,
did you not know that that's what happens in strip clubs?
Are you that?
No.
Do people babs in strip clubs?
That's cool.
Did you not know that these things happen in strip clubs?
I knew they do, but like
at the strip club.
I don't believe
the men.
I don't believe you guys.
I thought you just sit there and you watch.
But not with you guys.
I thought you sit there and you watch. I didn't know that they...
No, I knew it happens, but I just didn't think my friends,
I just blew the lens.
They're all friends. Do you go to the private room with them?
Yeah, hundreds.
Like you,
not personally, me.
Okay,
but this is what happens. Yeah.
No, I knew this, but I thought it was like the men's, them ones.
Oh, like all the strip clubs have like private rooms, like underground. Like, where are these rooms? I'm so intrigued.
No, listen, we'll have this discussion another time.
We'll do some episodes. Clearly, there's more to uncover.
So the whole yes, but you shouldn't.
Okay. No, I mean, fair enough.
Because do you really think, like, if you had to go and bubs with your ex right now, one, you're being lazy by not wanting to find a new person and
but it's better that way.
And you think, do you really think that it's going to be a case of no feelings?
No, I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's a terrible idea.
No, because you're just going to look into her eyes there when she's done and be like, ish, but I was so stupid.
Or if there's a move that they didn't do and then it's like, where did you learn this in the time that we've... Why are you doing this thing I did not do with you?
You can't feel touched.
I just think it's a bad idea. But it's your choice, Maggie. A doctor can prescribe. It's up to you to go to the pharmacy and take the prescription.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, and then the last question, when is it time? So now we've spoken about moving on. Do you go and introduce and be like, this is my new partner?
To your ex?
Hi, guys.
Also,
you were talking about the phone call of saying like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you said you want to be
No,
told.
but I just want to be told, hey, listen, actually more than anything, quite early on, be like, listen, I'm seeing someone else. Or I'm dating. Actually, you don't even have to tell me, oh, it is no, I just want you. No, I don't even want to know.
But what does that do for you? I'm really trying to understand what.
I think for more than anything, yeah. Firstly, it gives
I think it's because
me
Maggie
peace.
doesn't rip off the wax, maybe, and then it's like
You're still hoping that.
No, it's not a hoping.
Maybe that
for
conversation.
situation's
Are you
gonna
hoping
change.
and scoping?
No. So you actually more than anything, right? It prepares me so that like one, I know. Then I'm
You
like,
don't.
okay, cool.
You can't
So
deal
that-
with shock value well. Is what you're saying.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But also I don't want to, but also sometimes
is that they'll find someone new, isn't it?
fully. But what I'm getting at is that just holler at me. But also, does it hurt for you just to be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm seeing someone else?
I'm trying to understand the why.
For you.
It's actually more than anything. It's quite close to like after we've broken up. So if I haven't seen you or spoken to you in months or years, fam, I obviously don't even give a damn. Right,
Yeah.
but like maybe like a month after we've broken
So
up.
what is the time frame?
At least 3 months, 4 months.
You must let
After
me know.
that, it's fine.
After that, you can YOLO, fam.
I don't know, fam. Like,
No,
how do
no.
you even begin to say to someone,
Hi.
actually,
Oh yeah.
have to call this
By the way,
guy.
I'm actually seeing someone else, and I didn't want more. Listen, I didn't want
You to
be
find out
here
from someone
the
else.
streets, from the
Ah,
streets, because that
snap.
always happens like that.
But
Like,
why
yo,
did I
I
not want
found out
you to
from the
find out if
streets.
I'm now single?
Huh?
Why did I not want you to find out from the streets? I'm single now.
But you guys make it
Is
seem
it a
as
guy
if
thing?
breakups.
Wait. Is it a guy thing?
It was an ego
Perhaps.
thing.
Is it a guy thing?
I think
it's
not
a guy
really an
thing.
ego thing because for me, I'm just like, sweet man, all the best.
No, I
All the
think
best.
I'm going to make
and maybe it also
conclusion.
maybe it also it might actually maybe help me also just like, oh, okay, cool, as in this thing, it's definitely over.
No,
Or maybe
I'm
I'm seeing if she hasn't said, listen, tell me whatever, and I'm seeing someone else, but also I don't want, so not everyone necessarily knows that we've broken up,
Yeah.
right? That's actually quite important for me
Okay.
that not everyone knows that we've broken up. So then now I get here and then it's like, and then it looks like I'm creeping in the club. And it's like, actually, I'm not creeping in the club. By the way, this is my new girlfriend. You know, I'm just avoiding those
But if
really
it's the two
awkward
of you,
situations.
But again, you're avoiding it. Why? For other people. Not
I'm avoiding it for
yourself.
myself because I don't want to be in that,
But the
in
two
that
of you know
situation.
you're broken up.
No, but
You said other
exactly.
people
If
don't
the
know.
two of you know.
The two of you know.
No, I think
You
it's
guys are very simplistic in the way you're seeing this thing. I'm telling
No,
you,
I'm just
it's
trying
nuanced,
to-
it's layered, this thing.
But it's nuanced. Macaroni
You're
and
making
cheese
it a
with
trifle and it's
bechamel.
actually just like a bread with butter. You're making it layered where it needn't to be.
Just enjoy, but
Anyway,
listen,
guys,
brother,
No,
I'm
I'm really trying to get ukuthi uzomtshela kanje uzothini because
Hey,
don't you think
I
your
am
response
dating.
on the other side would be so?
No,
Are you trying to? Actually, mine would be like, okay, this person's trying to hurt me. So, okay.
No, but you would
I don't
have
think
you
you
would have
even
had
get a
you would have had the
response.
conversation when you were breaking up. Listen, Jay, heads up, nyana.
I guess
Just
that's
be
a
like,
good point. If
yeah.
that's a conversation you've had as a
For me,
as
it's
about to be separated
it's a
couple.
standard conversation I have in breakups. I'm just
No,
like,
but you
just
see, if
holler
you've
at
had
me.
the conversation
Yeah.
and you are expecting that kind of communication, that's a different thing. But if that message just comes out of the blue, you're gonna be like,
no, of course.
you're gonna be
No.
like, and then
Yeah.
what's that long?
Happy for who's this?
Yeah.
You phone who this?
You found who it
That's
is.
what I would do straight up. Okay, guys. So episode is coming to conclusion. Is there any last thoughts? Can you even have a thought on a breakup? I don't know. Are there any last thoughts? Conclusions? Argument?
I will say that I think in my later years they do seem a lot easier. In that people are just more
You evolve.
mature. Yeah, people
You
are more
evolve.
mature about like the way they handle breakups, the way they handle themselves, and the way they handle just the general situation.
Yeah.
So when I was in like high school, people were childish. When I was in varsity, people were childish
You're like, yay, my business is up, yay,
about
yay, yay.
things like
Throwing
you
them
know what
over
I
the
mean.
balcony.
Yeah.
And like just like now in my later years, I'm just like peeps are just like, oh yeah, we're moving on, cool.
I have to agree
And there's
with
just
that.
like no fight, and there's no like pettiness and
Kumnandi
bitchiness
ukukhula, ne?
and it's
But
dope,
I do
man.
think that it's
dope.
still harder in other ways because there's more investment now.
Of course.
Like obviously at this age, maybe you're with somebody because you see them as a potential husband or they are your husband. So in that way, emotionally, I think it's harder because there's a lot more in relationships now. But then obviously, yeah, it's easier because we're not more mature. There's conversations rather than screaming matches.
Yeah.
Or hopefully, if you end up breaking up
For
nice
me,
reasons.
closing thought, look after the star player. And that is you. You can never control any other person's in your situation, not your family, not your friends, not your whoever, not the social media people. Make sure that you're okay and that you're happy and that you're doing what feels right to you. And if you can answer that question to yourself in the mirror, what's up, babes?
Love it.
What's up?
I even want to like say,
I'm just like,
and we're all different. So the way Dame is going to deal with it, the way you're going to deal with it, the way I'm going to deal with it, we're different. But find what works for you, and as long as it's true to yourself.
Hundreds.
Woo! What do the cookies say?
I
To
just,
the top.
yeah.
To the top.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Our next topic is what the baby moms, no?
Yeah, baby mama, baby
Okay,
daddy.
Who angingeni lapho ke?
Yeah, our next topic should be interesting. I am the girlfriend of my baby Zoe.
Do you have baby mama drama?
No, that's the next week's conversation. So
Already starting some spice.
Can I come and sit there next week?
So please do join us. Thank you so much, Huli. Please tell us a bit actually about plug your spa, plug your shit, plug your.
Please come through to Studio Moma. It's in Parktown. We do nails, hair, beauty, so massages, waxes. You know, we got you no matter where it is. And we also have a barber shop, and our barber's new. His name is Sphinx. 20 years experience. The gents are loving him. Please. Mangi, I know how much you
I need to re-up.
I know how much.
Give him a voucher.
Thank you. Fantastic plug. Thank you. Fantastic plug.
And then me also for the nail because look, it's just.
And please also go buy my cover, guys. My Destiny magazine. Thing into eBay sold out. Like eBay the way, guys. Please.
More.
Right, cool, even if you bought one, buy another one.
Huli.
Okay.
Sharp.
I miss TV. Like so, this is my only chance. Let me be great.